And it's live. It is live. Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to this England versus Senegal round of 16 of the 2022 World Cup. Brian Stevenson, good evening. Will Hawkes, good evening. Nixon Shepherd, good evening. Larry NB Flowers 1989. Good evening, all. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Emmett. Hello, Justed. Good evening, good evening, good evening. He's dropped bloody Rashford. He's dropped Rashford, so he has. After all the hoopla about Rashford, he's gone for Saka and he's gone for Foden. At least he's gone for Foden in the wide areas. But again, we're splitting hairs, or I'm splitting hairs, because we should still be able to beat Senegal with or without Marcus Rashford. It just seems a bit strange to me that when Rashford was so good against the Welsh, you know, he was effective in other games as well, that you would drop him when he was flying. Sterling isn't on the bench because he's had to go home. I was just reading there. He's had to go home for a personal issue or something, so I hope he's okay. That's the second England player to go home for a personal thing, so hopefully him and Ben White are okay, excuse me. I'll try to look for the teams, the full teams. Just so we have something to chat about for the next half an hour. How are we all in the chat anyway? Come on in, welcome. It's nice and warm in here. If he brought in Saka, one had to go. Yes, they had to do. I'm surprised. Maybe he's just trying to give Foden the chance to play himself into some sort of form before the latter rounds. Hopefully we get there. Because he was all right against Wales, wasn't he? He scored a goal, but he didn't really take the game, caress the game in his balls like we all thought he was going to. So maybe he's just giving Foden the chance to sort of play himself into some sort of fitness. Good evening, Josh. Football in your logo is my favourite football of all time. Same, I think. Always forget what it was called. Good evening, Kayla. Yeah, I forget what the football's called, but it is also my favourite. The 04-05 and 05-06 Premier League season football. Not the 06-07 one where they changed it slightly and made the blue purple, didn't they? Not that one. 04-06, whatever the hell the ball's name is. But yeah, it's my favourite one as well. And as I said last week, you know, went to Luke and I was like, Luke, YouTube profile picture things are round. So let's make ours round. You know what else is round? Footballs are round. Would you mind making that football for me for this logo for this channel? So, there we have it. That is the story of the logo of the channel. How are we all doing today? I'm going to go on the BBC website for my sporting news, because there should be a live thingy with the teams right at the top. It has England going as 4-3-3, does BT. Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw. No issues with that back five at all. I'm glad he's playing Kyle Walker, because I think he's the only guy who is as quick or quicker than Ismail Assar. And I think when you've got a player like that with such an obvious sort of threat as his pace is, I think you play your quickest right back. And Kyle Walker is most certainly our quickest right back, as we see an advert here on ITV. That's the big worry as well, by the way. I don't know if people are aware of this. The record of the England national team while they're playing on ITV is absolutely horrible. England playing on ITV record. I bet someone in the chat knows is off by heart. Can the curse of ITV strike again as England face Senegal in the World Cup? 3 lines from the corner. Since 1998, England have won 2 of their 15 World Cup matches on the channel. 2 of 15. Absolutely shocking. So hopefully we're going to do okay. And the ITV bug won't bite us in the arse. 13% win rate. Good maths from Toadsko. It might be good maths, it might be bad, I can't. Can't do maths. Never have been able to, never will be. At least we'd have to hear Dion Dublin. Every time I heard Dion Dublin during that last game, live stream available on this channel, by the way, in case you want to maybe re-watch the match, the France versus Poland match, and have me sat there with you in your room. It's on the channel. Just do it after this one, I guess, and then do this one again if you want. Every time I heard him speak, he was speaking sense. It's just Thursday up to the bedroom, as he would say on Homes Under the Hammer. R.I.P. England. And you've got Sam Matterface. What a boring guy. What a boring guy. He is the literal human embodiment of a Tesco meal deal consisting of a ham sandwich, ready salted crisps, and a bottle of water. I reckon he gets excited by fizzy pop. I reckon that his main thrill in life is sitting on the bus at the front of the top deck. I reckon he gets a right buzz off that, this Sam Matterface. Such a boring commentator. Who will be sat next to him? Anyone know who sat next to Sam Matterface on the commentary gantry this evening? Lord Liam, that's a video I'm going to do in the future, so I'm going to leave that until then. Pretends he's driving the bus too. Oh, yeah. Do you reckon he does it the old... Oh, what a great laugh. That's Sam Matterface, the boring bastard. Probably Lee Dixon. I hope it's not Lee Dixon. He is still better than Michael Owen. Everyone's still better than Michael Owen. Michael Owen is the worst of all the pundits. He's got to be. You got Michael Owen and Karen Carney. Sort of at the bottom there together. Holding hands, maybe. I don't know. There's Saka on a Lilo. Or Blow Up Unicorn, whatever the hell you want to call it. Yes, I was going through the England team, wasn't I? People are on tenterhooks who haven't seen it. Then we've got a midfield three of Henderson, Rice and Bellingham. No issues there. We should be able to win with that midfield. I always worry about Henderson's legs. But that's only because I know a few Liverpool fans. IRL, who always say that Henderson's legs are gone and he just can't get around the pitch like he used to. Then we've got a front three of Saka, Kane and Foden. I'd have started Rashford because he's flying and you want to keep that momentum going. But we're splitting hairs there. We should be able to beat Senegal with this team. But as we know, they have a couple of big threats, with the most obvious one being Ismail Assar up front. They've got Mendy in nets, Sabali at right back, Koulibaly and Diallo in the middle. They're also playing, well, they're playing 4-2-3-1, according to the BBC. Jacobs at left back. Then we've got, is it Kiss or Sis? Wide, then we've got Mendy, Diatta and Dai, Sarr and Dia up the top end of the pitch. According to Celestine Carone, a BBC Sport Africa journalist, Senegal do not want penalties. Interesting, because neither do England, I would assume. Our record's still pretty bad, isn't it? All in all. Front three should have been Rashi, Kane and Saka with Foden at a 10. That's what I would do, Louis. That's what I would do if I was England manager. But then again, who am I to argue with Sir Garth? He's had fantastic success as England manager. Good evening, Cooper. The words of Grandad Roberts and his son Elvis, meat pie sausage roll, come on England, give us a goal. That doesn't ring a bell at all, and I feel like it should. Anyway, Gareth is speaking to... who the hell is it for ITV? He always introduces himself and I always forget his name. He's got a weird name, hasn't he? Who's the ITV guy? Gabriel Clark. That's his name. Yes, I've called Gabriel a weird name. It's not that weird, is it? I guess it's a bit fancy. Oh, there's Karen Carney pitch side. Good evening, Homer J. Good evening, Tiago. Gary YouTube is not on the bench. He doesn't exist around these parts. England fans will never be happy. We could literally win everything and we'd still find a way to complain about it. Nah. Nah. Let me tell you, as an England and a Newcastle fan, if we won anything, I wouldn't say a word. Wouldn't say a word. Good evening, No Name. Good evening, Kate Hughes. Coming up for 2 in the morning here, hoping for a lively game to keep me awake. Where the hell are you for 2 in the morning? It's only 6:39 PM here in the UK, or 6:40. Thank you, Joe Stoker. There's no point in listening to Karen Carney. Oh, queuing for a flag. Who doesn't love a freebie? This is the queue for free flags. Oh, they're giving away free flags at the match this evening. If you are watching in Qatar, and if you are at the stadium, get yourself a free flag. Oh, Emmett's back with the one-liners. Brace yourself, everybody. Today I was stealing things in the supermarket while balanced on the shoulders of vampires. I was charged with shoplifting on 3 counts. Kate Hughes is in Thailand. Bloody hell. Can anyone beat Thailand in the chat in terms of being furthest away from Newcastle upon Tyne, England? Let me know. I've had Pakistan in the chat so far. Thailand to beat. Let me know where you're watching we're from. Is the free flags the excuse they're using for empty seats? The North Pole wins. Tommy Wrestling's from the North Pole. No, there's actual pictures on the BBC Live blog of the game of a big queue outside the stadium, and they're giving away free flags. What the flags say, I've got no idea. But I'm sure they're worthwhile having. Norwich, that's a long way away. Sheffield, Ireland, Malaysia. What's further away, Malaysia or Thailand? I've got no idea without a map in front of me. Costa Rica, as the YouTube man says, Pablo. Just stared at the International Space Station. I feel like some people are taking the piss in this. Ugh. Can you understand the clamour for Gareth to leave and or get sacked no matter what happens during this tournament? I can, because if we don't win, you're starting to wonder, will we ever win under Gareth? Because we've had 2 fantastic opportunities so far at the World Cup and the Euros. And I know that the penalty shootout's always a lottery, and the game against Croatia was heartbreaking. And the main worry is who is going to take over, because the obvious candidate is we're sat here is Mr. Edward Howe, in my opinion. But I don't want Edward Howe to leave Newcastle because he's doing such a good job at Newcastle. Who knows? Graham Potter could be out of a job in the next few weeks if Big Ted, the Chelsea owner, proves himself to be the same as Roman Abramovich. So I don't know who the obvious candidate to maybe take over is. That might be what keeps him in the job. Yeah, Thomas Tuchel getting a mention there in the chat. Could see that happening, to be fair. I see his visa runs out this month, doesn't it? He needs a job soon. No, I don't care about him being German. I care about winning. Bring back Big Sam. Cracking record for England. 1 game, 1 win, 1 pint of wine, and he was gone. Why does Roy Keane always do punditry for England games when he's not English? Because he's funny. He's a curmudgeon. Miserable. Fits in with the English football fan very well. Tony Pulis, bring back Sven. Rafa's looking for a job. People moan at Gareth for being too defensive. I think Rafa might beat him in that stakes. I love Rafa Benitez, but I don't think he's right for an international manager's job. Thinking about it. Don't think it's right for him. He likes the club. He likes the club. He likes being in and around the club. He likes the squad in the club. Arsene Wenger? I wouldn't mind Arsene Wenger, me. I think he got a tough time at Arsenal. As has been proven every single season up until this season. With how the likes of Emery and Arteta have done. With more money, I think. I don't follow Arsenal too closely to be saying that for sure. Absolutely not Steven Gerrard. No way, Emmett. Absolutely no way. Bielsa would be funny. Bielsa as England manager would be a right hoot. And again, we've been down that sort of route with Kevin Keegan and that kind of football before, and it didn't work, did it? It just didn't work. I think you need to be a bit more clever than just going, run that way, and that way being the opposition's goal. Lampard, no way. Warnock, I would take Warnock. I'm a big fan of Warnock. He never managed one of Newcastle's rivals, so I never really fully understood the hate for... I mean, I understood the hate for him because you can tell he's an arsehole if you support a team who is a rival of the one he's managing. Poch? I don't know. That just doesn't feel right, does it? Pochettino being England manager at this stage. Sean Dyche? I would love Sean Dyche to be England manager. Ironically speaking. I know that's probably going to lose me viewers, that has. He was a bit of a meme in my uni house, Sean Dyche. Just the things he would say and the way he would go on. It would be funny to see him be England manager. Unfashionable choice. but he would always give it his all. Robert Perez is in the chat. My God. Ian Holloway for the Bants. You see, there's no obvious person to take over, is there? That's what we've worked out here today. There's not one name that everyone's going, it should be him. But then again, no one was saying Gareth to take over from Big Sam, were they? And look at what's happened. Look at what's happened over the past, 2016. 6 years. Gary Neville for sure, absolutely no way. Steve Bruce, oh my God. I might as well do it if Steve Bruce is in the conversation. Steve Cooper won the Under-17 World Cup with Foden. I could see him doing it in the future. I just think he needs a bit more time in the Premier League, doesn't he? Pep after he leaves City, could you imagine? I think he would go mental just during the breaks between international breaks, if that makes any sense. He strikes me as someone, Pep, who just needs to be busy all the time, otherwise he just explodes. Why not the best coach in Premier League history, John Carver? Wait, if I don't believe I'm the best coach in Premier League history, why? Who else will? What a nonsense. I've just done it again. Another nonsense slipped out, third of the day. Poch is 4-1. Rodgers is 6-1. Tuchel is 7-1. I don't know why I've just called him Tuchel. It's Thomas Tuchel. Cameras make me change my way. I would not like Brendan Rodgers. I couldn't imagine supporting a team where Brendan Rodgers is the manager. I think he is the biggest gob shite I've ever seen in my life. Think a quid on Wayne Rooney? He's not doing very well in DC United now, is he? Or is he? Let's have a look at his Wikipedia and his win-loss record. Because the way he was going on at Derby, I was a big fan. I like what he was doing there under very difficult circumstances. DC United from the 12th of July this year. Played 14, won 2, drawn 3, lost 9. Oof. Oof. That is rough. Oof. If England scored, do we get to see inside the covers behind you? Nope. None of that weird carry on. Not much in there apart from a dead body anyways. Any surprises for the lineup? Yes, Rashford not playing. I would have thought Rashford would be starting just because he's been playing so well. But, we should be able to beat Senegal with whatever team we pick, hopefully. So, yeah, I'm not too asked about the team. I'm glad that Kyle Walker is starting because their main threat is obviously Ismail Assar, and he's very, very quick. And Kyle Walker is very, very quick. And Gary Lineker is being arrogant, putting out there the arrogance of English that the rest of the world hates, saying that, just look forward to the France game. Walker needs to be fit to deal with Mbappe. Nah. But he was saying something similar before Iceland. For example, we deal with what's in front of us. We get Match Walker. We get Kyle Walker more match fit for that game against Mbappe, where he needs to just break his leg. First minute, Kyle Walker just off the ball, just snap him. That's the only way we can stop him. Goodbye, Dave, 1815. A nice looking stadium, that, isn't it? Looks like it's a canvas rather than like metal and stuff. I know architecture, me, big fan of grand designs. He wasn't speaking about the weather in Qatar, was he? Said it was very cold. I've got the volume turned down a bit so it doesn't get picked up on the stream. I like the storage container stadium as well. I like it, it's different. There's a stadium, I don't know what its name is, but it's made up on the outside. It's got a roof like a normal stadium, but then the sides of it are all shipping containers. I'm sure the number of shipping containers they used for the stadium had some sort of significance to something. I know it wasn't the amount of people who died making the stadiums before you make that sort of joke in there. Appalling scenes. Appalling scenes. Feels like there's something a bit awry there, isn't there, with what they're saying about that sort of carry-on. Like the stack, indeed. Rest in peace, the stack. Stadium 974, and there was 974 shipping containers used, wasn't there? What's my star rating for the World Cup so far? Oh, star ratings? It's been a very, very good World Cup. Has it been a very, very good? No, because there's been too many nil-nils at half-times. And too many, well, one too many nil-nils at full-times as well. But there has been a couple of upsets. There's been a couple of fantastic goals. We're more than a couple of fantastic goals. It just seems to be getting better and better as the tournament goes on. That England man trying to dance with the Senegalese fans, I missed him. They're having a great time with the Senegalese, aren't they? That's Rodney and Delboy. You never know who's going to turn up in Qatar for England versus Senegal. I wonder how that became a thing for the Senegalese, like dancing like that in unison. Like, who decided one day just to think, we'll do this malarkey? Why don't more football fans do that? I had one experience of that. Newcastle United playing away at Hull City when Luke de Jong played for Newcastle. It was is it the Stormtroopers thing? The that tune, just singing his name to that tune, but then doing the old bushwhacker walk along with it. That's the closest I've been to a Senegalese dance at a football game. Yeah, more football fans should dance. I guess you got the Poznan, haven't you? Man City and teams like that have got the Poznan. That might be as close as we've come. I did go to Hull City away. It was the day when Alan Pardew nutted David Myler. Teams are in the tunnel. I don't even want to give an answer to that. What would England's national dance look like? State of some of the people that go to the football, myself included, obviously. Morris dancing. Imagine that in football stands. Not enough room, is there? Come on, the England. I hope it's not another tough watch. That's the only thing about Southgate's England. Yes, by and large, we do well. But it's never like... Well, rarely is it like plain sailing. It's always a tough watch for like the first hour. Then things start to open up. Score predictions in the chat. I'm going to go for a 3-1 England win. Hello again, Palmo Lord. What's the lineup? I'll tell you the lineup and I'll get the score predictions. England have lined up Pickford, Walker, Stones, Maguire, Shaw, Henderson, Rice, Bellingham, Saka, Kane, Foden. No Rashford. We're getting 2-0s. We're getting 2-1 England. We're getting 5-0 England. Whoa. Gary Lineker's in the chat. Senegal 1, England 0. 3-0, 3-1, 2-1 after extra time from Josh Locktree. God save the grace king, long live the noble king. God save the king, send him to I know the words. Just can't be asked to sing it right now. But do you know the words of the second verse? Because I haven't got a clue. Did you know there was a second verse to God Save the Queen/King? England knocked out on pens. A cheeky 4-2 England. Parmalode hopes it doesn't go to extra time. My NFL team are playing just after 9. My nan fancies Harry Kane, says Tommy Reston. Very interesting. I'm going 3-1. 3-1 to the England. Rashford to score twice off the bench. Bold claim. There's a cut verse 2 singing about crushing Scotland, is there? You live and learn. You live and learn. I had no idea about that. But as I say, I've got no idea what the lyrics are to the second verse to begin with. Well, that coach made it. There was a thing in the paper. On the what website was it? Was the BBC Sport website saying that the Senegalese coach wasn't going to be at the game because he was ill or something? But he's made it. He's battling through. Kickoff is next, and of course, because we're on ITV, we'll get a pointless ad break. Like spike for the pointless ad breaks. Let's get to 100 likes before kickoff. We're on 45. If you haven't liked the stream already, please like the stream. It's the best way to freely support this kind of thing. So like spike for the stream. Up the stream. 53, we're on. Let's go. Let's go. Like spike. Like spike for the stream. Let's get to 100. We're up to 58. We're inching there slowly. This is a lovely advert for something. 67 we're on now. YouTube didn't send a notification. Very interesting. Get your bell turned on, or whatever the cool kids like to say. Neil, I reckon it's 3-1 to England. Rashford with a couple off the bench when the game's opened up a bit. 70 likes are on. We're closing in on that magical 100. Then I'll shut up about it until about full time. We're on 69. Some arsehole unliked it. How dare you? Please like it, though. It's the best free way to support this kind of thing. More likes, the better it is. Please, those gods. Right. Maguire disaster class. Incoming. 75 likes are on. There's the England lineup if you're watching on ITV there. I'm happy with that lineup. Probably would have started Rashford if I was in charge, but I'm fine with it. At least Foden's getting a game. Another game. What happened to Sterling, by the way? I didn't see anyone put a reason in the chat earlier. Why is Sterling gone home? I saw it was some sort of personal reason. 20 more likes and I'll shut up about likes until full time. Give it a like. Why the hell not? Family matters. Yeah, I didn't know if there was anything more specific. It's not my business, really. Just being nosy. Hope everything's okay. It's a second player to go home, innit? Due to family matters. Personal reasons. Hold and Give sponsored by G-Tech and Indesit. That is my washing machine there. And my Hoover. And the air fryer. If anyone from Ninja is watching, I'd love a... I don't know how you upgrade that air fryer, because that air fryer is unbelievable, Jeff. Hello, Eliza Flores. I'm going to speak to Jarkins this week because it'll have to be in my spare time. Would I accept a Raid Shadow Legends on this channel? A sponsorship? Yes. We're taking the knee in Qatar again. Get them told. And it's live. Bah. Fancy graphics here. Good evening, Stu Graves. Oof. That Koulibaly is rash, isn't he? Oh, God. Oh, God. Nervy start from England back there. How easy or hard is it to set up for a live stream? When you know what you're doing, it's quite easy. The mad thing is, I'm doing this wirelessly. Living on the edge. My middle name is Danger, streaming wirelessly. Woohoo! Come on, we're 10 likes away from 100. Please like the stream if you haven't already. It's the best free way to support this kind of bollocks. It only takes a second. Hit the little like button. I'll love you forever. 94 on, we need 6 more. And please don't unlike it if you have liked it. Heartbreaking to see. Just a reminder, oh, what was the stat from earlier? Forgotten what the stat was. Just a reminder that England have won 2 of their 15 games on ITV. We've made it 100. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. But England have won 2 of their 15 games on ITV. Oh dear. Go on then, Foden. Always cut it out. He's kept it in as well. Well played. Well done, Hale. Funny you should mention the Senegal kit because we did a kit tier list yesterday. It's on the Hold and Give YouTube channel. That's just about the home kits though. This is the Senegal away kit because their home kit is white. Go on, Jordan Henderson. Well played. High press. Push, push, push. He doesn't look well, does he, the Senegalese manager? He looks like he had a sleepless night last night. Or a massive poo. Go on then, Foden. Ah. Thank you very much, Dan Hale. Maybe he didn't sleep because he was doing a poo. Well, I wanted to say another word, but I'm conscious of swearing. YouTube doesn't like that when you're a YouTuber at my level. One of the big boys, you can say what you want, but not me. The sidemen say some god-awful things, but it's fine for them. Ah, miscommunications there from England. They might be in here. Senegal. That's good defending. Player of the tournament so far for England, Harry Maguire. Crucial knee there. Worrying signs. We're okay, though. Not a case of people hating Henderson. I think it's a case of people who watch Henderson every week saying that Henderson can't do the things that Henderson used to do. That's what my takeaway is. Just knowing a few Liverpool fans who say he just can't get around the pitch like he used to. That's a big reason why they've obviously had their struggles this season, is their midfield. Oh, Harry Maguire's been England's best player so far in the World Cup. No qualms about saying that. Rashford's in the conversation, obviously. Stones has been solid. Hello. Well, that was my chair. Bloody hell. Thought someone was opening the door there, but I didn't realise the back of the chair is banging on it. Family reasons is the reason given Dan Hale in the chat there for Sterling not being there and going home. Henderson in an energetic midfield is fine. I can speak words. I just want Harry Kane to score today. He's the only one, isn't he? Foden scored, Saka scored, Rashford scored. Go on then, Bellingham. That's a foul for the England. Dirty bastard sort of trodden him, didn't he? Diatta. Beg my pardon. No, he didn't. Looked like he did from a long way away. Come on then, where's that big old slab? Get that meaty slab of slab on the end of this free kick. Luke Shaw's got to take it, surely. Swing it away. Straight onto that big, beefy slab. Oh, the slab. The slab's loitering back stick. They've taken it short to Kyle Walker. Walker to Rice. It's a training ground manoeuvre. Rice across. Slab. No. Go on then, Kane. He's lost it again. He doesn't seem with it, Harry Kane. I know it's early in the game. This is just a general statement for his World Cup so far. We're the only unbeaten team left in the tournament. I think we are. Oh, the Netherlands not lose. I was just about to say they did lose, but I was thinking, who did they lose against? Come on, pressure on them. Keep them in there. Keep them in there. Go on, then. Oh, you lucky man. Oh, apparently Netherlands, Morocco, and Croatia haven't lost. I'll be honest, I haven't kept up with the group stages as much as I should have. A lot of the group stage passed me by just being at work. I regret not watching all of the match of the days and ITV highlights programs of the evenings. But what can you do? Kane has a lack of competition to take his spot. I don't know. I mean, call me biased if you want, but Callum Wilson's fantastic. Go on then, Bellingham. Oh, the keeper's flapping. Decent start from the England here. Next World Cup will be worse. The matches will be on at like 4 a.m. Aye. Let's work it out. 7 p.m. is 1 a.m. here, isn't it? We might, well, in the group stages at least, we'll get a couple of like late afternoon, early evening games, hopefully. Oh, what a touch from Maguire. He didn't mean that, but it came off. That's the kind of World Cup he's having. Right, we just need to knock it about for a bit. Calm it down in the middle of the park there. Flat balls. She is not happy in the crowd there. I don't want to say, it's just nice watching the Senegalese dance, isn't it? 10 minutes gone. Probably say it's been about 70-30 England so far. No clear-cut chances yet, but we've carved them open a couple of times. Game about Tony, but he would have loved to have been in Qatar. I don't know, because he's not done it for England yet, has he? So you're not sure. Some players don't translate to international football, do they? You like to think he would with his skill set and whatnot. Just a shame he liked a bit of a dabble. Bit of a dabble on the side. I say a bit of a dabble. What was it? 236 dabbles. Go on then, Saka. Saka's turned away from his man. Kane wasn't in the vicinity again. Bellingham. Lovely turn. Lovely little ball inside. Got it back. Big hit. That's fair enough from Bellingham, that against bloody Koulibaly. Jesus. Oh. Get up, Mendy, you tosser. What was Mendy writhing around for there? Kane was onside. We'll see here if Mendy got caught on the back or not. Oh, give over. The little greys. Harvey Elliott, player of the tournament 2026. Not done enough for me to make that sort of claim. He'll be in the squad. Where Kane, move your feet. There we go. Nice ball from Henderson. It's going out in it. Goal kick. Harry Kane on the floor. Oof. Oof. Right down the top of his foot. They hurt. Kane with a dive. Toad scored. Did you just see the slow motion replay? That's a broken metatarsal there, says Ash Jaming, especially these modern football boots. Not like they were in my day. The Predators and whatnot. Go on then, Foden. Oof. See, Koulibaly's rash. But also very strong. Done well there, Bellingham. Predators? Adidas Predators? That was the name of the football boot. Leather. Then you had the fancy Umbro ones that were made of kangaroo leather. Ooh. Yawn. Shouldn't do that on a live stream, but sometimes you have to. Remember those boots that had blades rather than studs? Yes, I had Predators, me. That was my boot of choice. I'll tell you what the best boots of all time are. It's an easy answer for me. Predator Pulse Blackouts. I remember my birthday that year, because my birthday's in August. I was like, Mom, one thing I want. Predator Pulse Blackouts. Oof. Got them with the metal blades as well, because I'm hardcore. Hardcore? Thing is, though, I never like got. I should have. Wait, you say you should really? Who can afford 2 pairs of boots for a season? You should really get 2 pairs of boots, shouldn't you? The metal blades for the winter, rubber blades for the summer. When the summer came around, that was a bit tough. Tough on the old ankles running around a football pitch with metal blades on. Oh, no. It's always breaking down when Harry Kane gets the ball. It's a worrying trend. Maguire does well again. Stones. Ooh, dear. He loves a moan at a referee, though, doesn't he, Harry Maguire? I'm not being funny there, though, Harry Maguire. Your bicep's bigger than that entire man's body. Brush him off. Be a bit harder. My ma got me Mizuno boots because of Jamie Redknapp. There's a lad I used to play with on one of my teams had those Mizuno. They were called, like, I never know how to say it properly, but the wave shinking or something. I hope I've not just said something inappropriate. That's what they were called. They were like blue and grey, and oh dear. Al Walker keeps it in, we're fine. Don't know why, but my first pair of football boots were Puma Kings. Because I was a cultured boy, obviously. I had those old Ronaldo 9 boots. It would have been about 1998, maybe, when I got my first pair of boots. Puma Kings. What a football boot, though. Like Spike for the Puma Kings, indeed. Bit of foreshadowing getting Puma Kings. Yes, because I am a large cat. This is the thing I was saying earlier about Gareth Southgate. They're never just a nice watch, are they? We do struggle, but I think that's the way he likes it. Keep it tight for ages. Then when the game starts to open up, then we have a bit more fun, don't we, England? I had a pair of Nike Tiempos as well. They were all right. But I had the long studs, me. Never liked them. Centre half, Stu Graves. Centre half. Slash keeper on occasion. Are you good for the England job on the Hartlepool save? Nah, I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so. Gets in the way, doesn't it? I've got the international job offers turned on, but I'm not looking for one. That's every Wednesday on the Cultaholic Twitch channel at 3 p.m. Or every Saturday evening, cut down highlights package on the Hold and Give YouTube channel, roughly 8 p.m. 2 episodes are live on the channel now. Nah, Chris Warner, it's FIFA. Just FIFA at the moment. Not got time to do more. Socks the Waving Cat, I've not played Football Manager since I was at uni. Can't do it. Oh! Stones over the bar. It's a shot at least. 20 minutes, and I think that was the first shot. What's off his shoulder? Closed his eyes. Big wuss. You got much time off for Christmas? Not really. A few days. I think I finish on the... I say a few days. I think I've got a week off. And when I've got a week off, I mean I've got a week off. I might do a little something for hold and give, but I'll not be doing too much during the Christmas break. It's Christmas, isn't it? Oh, Megs on Kyle Walker. How embarrassing. At a World Cup, getting Megsy. Kept it in. Get out, Kyle Walker. Oh, Maguire gives it away. Oh! Oh! Oh my God, they've put it over the bar somehow from there. How's Ismail Assar managed that? How's that gone over the bar from there? Pickford must have saved it. He's onside. Pickford's got to have saved that. Oh, they're going to give a pen, aren't they? We've seen this before in this World Cup. The ball ricochets off a body part onto a hand. Oh! They're going to give it, aren't they? They shouldn't, but they're going to. Are they looking at it? I need to turn this up a couple. They are checking on the VAR. That referee just told someone to shut up. Oh, thank God for that. The check's over. Woo! There's been some bollocks calls in this World Cup. Like, I think the whole VAR thing in this World Cup's been a farce. We think it was bad in the Premier League, but we don't know how good we've got it over here in the Premier League, do we? I wouldn't say Senegal have been robbed, but I can see why people who call for consistency in refereeing would be annoyed by that not being given as a pen. I get nervous every time the Senegal goalie gets the ball. That's Mendy of Chelsea. He's dropped off though as well, hasn't he? He looked like one of the world's best, like, pandemic time. Dropped off big time though. Blocked by Stones. No, it's not. That's Rice. Beg my pardon. Oh dear. I feel like 25 minutes in, Declan Rice has been a bit of a passenger, hasn't he? He's not really done anything. Saka's got himself into a few good positions. Foden again's not done too much. He's had a little few nice touches. How long will Gareth wait? How long will he wait? I'm not suggesting he makes a change before half time. Just said he likes to wait a while, doesn't he, in the second half? Sometimes it pays off like it did against Wales. Didn't make a change and we just started scoring goals. And sometimes in the USA game, or like the USA game, just doesn't work. Come on, Bellingham. He's the main hope, isn't he? I don't think we have had a shot on target yet. We had that Stones shoulder over the bar. I think that's as good as it's been. Go Go on then, here we go. Give it a Shaw then. Give it a Shaw. The hell was that? Well, Rice just rugby tackled a man. Declan Rice's haircut bothers me. Is that just because he had the short? I don't know what the style is. He had a very straight fringe, didn't he? He had that haircut for a while, didn't he? Just because he's flamboyantly grown it out. Is that what bothers you? I guess I could fall in that category. I used to buzz my own hair for the first 2.5 years of my YouTube life. I need a haircut, actually. Need the sides tied up. Front of Foden's hair looks like a wig. I didn't realize until sat in the pub for the first game. Everyone was just going, Phil Foden looks like such a chav, doesn't he? Or a chav, some other people might call them. A chava, a chav. I was like, I never thought of him like that. Just thought he was like hip hop and happen. Foden's hair gets cut by the council. Were those things in the side? I reckon he pays hundreds to get those things put in the side. Little jaggedy bits here and there. Little secret, when I was in year 7, I had tram lines once, got laughed at, never had them again. It was just like, it was on this side of the head and it was like one line that went back to here and a line below that went to about there. I don't know why I did it. No, that's not gone out, surely. I had a Mohican in 2002 like Beckham, so I feel your pain. I had a Mohican in 2002 as well. I was doing some clearing out earlier this year and came across like newspaper cuttings and stuff from when I used to play. And there was a team photo from like the 2002 season. And there I am in my 2002 England football kit with a Mohican. Not shaved like Beckham, just styled. Would have been 9, I think. Yeah, would have been 9 years old. Looking like a right tit. I had a Hugh Hackman Wolverine beard once. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds nerdy. Jackman. Did I bend it like Beckham? No. Do you think Maguire and Stones have the inability to pass forwards? No, I just think the way that England's setup doesn't appear to be very fluid. So the options they have in front of them aren't very plentiful. Tell you what though, on the subject of hair, my barbers must have, I don't know how many seats. 15 seats in there or something, like 12 to 15 barbers or something like that in there cutting hair at any one time. And I'm saying at least 3 or 4 are shaping a mullet. And I don't understand. When did the mullet become a thing again? I wish I had the bollocks to have one. Because with this curly mop, I could grow a fantastic mullet. I just don't have the bollocks to. And I don't think I can pull it off. I don't think that when you're a fat bastard like me, you can grow a mullet. If you've got muscles, you can. If I was to do it, I just look like I work at a burger van. Wear a wife beater all the time with a hole in it. Covered in grease from the burgers that I sell. Yeah, my mullet, if I did it, would look like Baggio's. It's that curly. Zars got on the edge of the box. Through. Oh, what a save, Pickford. Great save that, mind. Nice little palm out there. No wonder his dad will be hit. Well, I'm saying no doubt his dad will be at home going, my son's a hero. Just translated back into English from Mackham is into my son is a hero. But he was shouting. This is quite nice footage, actually, after the penalty shootout in 2018. My son's a hero. Good save, that. Good reaction save. From JP. His little arms. Pickford's from Sunderland. Total receptions between midfield and defensive lines. What a pointless stat, but Foden's had 10. Shaw's had 6. No, mine's not a Turkish barbers. Mine's a fancy barbers. I shouldn't be in there, personally. Personally? That's just the way I feel personally. Pickford's a Scouser nowadays. Nah, he's always a Magnum. You can tell he's a Magnum, not a Scouser, because, well, this is the first season he hasn't ever since he joined Everton. When he comes to St James's Park, every game apart from this season, he gets wrapped up in the atmosphere. He always makes a tit of himself. I wish I paid a tenner for my haircut. Mind you, I get the beard trim now as well. That's another thing. Got to get the beard trim on the go. How did he get that lion's head in the stadium? That's what I want to know. Having been to a fair few hundred football games, how has he got that lion's head at the stadium? Oh, it's an actual lion. Fair enough. I have had a towel shave when I didn't have a beard. But then after it, right, this was at a different barber's a few years ago now. He threw this lemon citrusy stuff on and I was burning for hours. And I stunk as well. He put it all the way around the back of my neck. Never went back. Good save, Pickford. I went to uni in Sunderland, and the year that I moved there is when they got relegated to League One, the most depressing place in England, at its most depressed. I don't think Sunderland's a very depressed place at all. I very much enjoyed living in Sunderland when I was there for 3 years. I mean, 70% of the place is, or was back in, well, between 2011 and 2014, this would have been stuck in the 1970s, but I had fun. 40 quid for a hair and a beard sculpt. Takes just over an hour. Jesus. The barbers I go to currently, though, that's the first one where they take like the full 45 to do it. And they actually talk to you rather than just put you in the chair, go, meh, and then just get you out there in 10 minutes. I couldn't go back the other way now. Such a privileged thing to say. $80. Come on, England. I need to stop speaking about hair. Give us something to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. That's why I'm sat here speaking about barbers in Sunderland. Sunderland. Come on, Walker. Oh, he's gone down easily there. Look at him asking for the card, the cheeky boy. I think that should be a yellow card, mate. If you call for a yellow card, the audacity of that should see you get a yellow card yourself. Ungentlemanly conduct, some might say. Oh, he's doing it as well, the manager. Go back to your sick bed, young man. Old man, middle-aged man. I don't know how old he is. Sadio Mane would have had a hell of a game tonight. Yes, he would have. That's the biggest Brucey bonus we could have got. Sadio Mane not being there. And Idrissa Gueye. I think Idrissa Gueye would be having a good game if he was playing. I mean this with respect, but he is like a Poundland Kante, and the way he plays. Busy footballer. It's in there. It's out by Walker. It's back in there. Nope, they've gone down the side. Stand him up, Rice. I'd be thinking about taking Rice off, second half. Don't know who for. I don't know if we need to change the shape, because it's just not working, is it? Maybe match them up with a 4-2-3-1. Oh! That's out. We're fine. Caleb Smith will bring Gallagher on. England fans look very bored. Spent thousands of pounds to get out there. And this is it. Right, this is better. Give it a bit. Go on then, Bellingham. Henderson! Get it! He should play forever. He's the best player in the world ever. 1-0 to England. Jordan Henderson with the goal. That's the first time we've got the ball down and zapped it about a bit, and look what's happened. Just need to pick the pace up. Pick the pace up. Rice, fantastic in that move. Henderson, fantastic in that move. Now the ball was there for Kane to play Bellingham through. Thank God he did. God, I hate that England shirt. What an ugly shirt. I can't believe Henderson scored. We've got Shaw, Foden with a flick, Phil Foden playing his part. Kane gives it. See, first time we're playing a bit of ticky-taka. Something with a bit of panache, bit of razzle-dazzle. Bit of je ne sais quoi, bit of avavoom. Lovely goal, mind. Very Dutch of us, you might say. After yesterday's goals that Holland scored. We don't deserve that, mind, though. But I guess that's the... When I was growing up, Man United would always play crap, apparently, but win games. They would always be, oh, that's the sign of champions, that. Oh. So I guess that's the positive take from it. We've been rotten, so... Well, not rotten. We've been very passive so far, and we're winning 1-0. Let's take the positives out of that. Stand him up, Harry. That's a goal kick. Up the England. Why did the stream not show up in my sub box? I've got no idea. Hit your bells and all that sort of stuff. Whatever the cool YouTubers like to say. Yo, smash that bell notification thing. Can we get a like spike in the chat for Jordan Henderson's goal? We're on 129. Let's get to 150. Why the hell not? Didn't show in Toad scores either. I don't know. There's no option to tick on the old thingy, I don't think, on the back end to put them in sub boxes. I assume they're just meant to go there. Thank you for tuning in anyway. Very much appreciate you being here, watching England. On the attack again. Saka. Back stick. Oh, Kane. I don't think it's his tournament, is it? You just need that one goal to fly in, and he might start, you know, just banging them in left, right, and centre. Oh, he's got to do better there. Falling backwards. To be fair, the ball was behind him, so he's got to stutter his run. Oh, boy. Henderson would have scored that, says Alex Mumby. Let's not get carried away. Saka's got it again. We're flying here now. Ow. Is that Henderson? Oh, it's Bowden. Got to say, is that Henderson the furthest forward once again? Has Kane had a shot on target so far this tournament? Not one that I can remember. Not one that I can remember. Go on, press them. Keep them in there. They're rattled. They've got to be. $150 likes. Thank you all very much. We got the like spike in there for Jordan. Brian. Is it Brian? I always forget. I wish it was Barry, but I think it's Brian, isn't it? Yeah, it's Brian. Go on then, Bellingham. Play him in. Shaw's in. Shaw's in. What's he doing? Oh, what a mug. What's he not shooting there for? No, it's all Lee Dixon. He could have hit that one if he wanted to. Bellingham plays it through. Touch. He could have slid there. Gareth Bale in the San Siro kind of thing. Ah, what a muggins. Foden with a corner. Cleared. Bellingham on the return. Saka. Go on then, Bellingham. I do like Jude Bellingham. Get in. Well up the slab. That's our ball, that. All day long. Cultured finish from Jordan Brian Henderson. Before, what they're doing? It's a tense moment there between Henderson and Bellingham. The future of Liverpool's midfield. Aye, Agent Trent has been on the sly, hasn't he? Wooing his friend, getting him to come to Liverpool, maybe. Going for late night walks with him. Go on then, Rice. We've got these now. Back stick, cut out. Bellingham was there, I think, for the one across. Ah, he's got to get his head up there. Bellingham was on the edge of the box there. Up the England. Here we go. Josh is right. I don't want half-time to come either. Unless we score again. Then I'm fine with it. Foden again with the corner. In swinger. Up the slab. Oh, he didn't get there. His name was in lights. Slab. Only 2 minutes of additional time in this game as well. There was only 2 minutes earlier on as well. What order would you put Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, Ross? Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard. Here we go. We're knocking it about a bit better now. Foul referee. He's not giving it. I tell you what. I don't think we need to make any changes at halftime, but if there was one we had to make, I think Harry Kane. You put Gerrard below Lampard. Lampard was a luxury player, man. Yeah, but you got strikers to score the most goals. Gerrard and Scholes did everything better. Lampard and Gerrard comfortably better than Scholes. My God, I think you're showing your age there, Joe. Joe, let me have you know, Joe. I would just pick Gerrard over Scholes just because Gerrard literally... If you put Gerrard in a better team, obviously he does a lot more. But the fact he was in such an average team for a large part of his Liverpool career, he achieved what he did. Come on, Saka's just stopped. Handball! Go on then. We've got time. Kick the ball, Bellingham. Foden's there. Go on, Foden. Kane's in. Harry Kane is in. Kane! Woo! Up the England. Make that 2. That's the goal we needed. That is the goal we need. Not just because of the game, because Harry Kane's done bugger all again. But who cares that he's done bugger all? He scored a goal. England have 1 foot in the quarterfinals. Woo! Now, if you're going to complain about the stoppage time, it's always a minimum of 2 minutes have been added. A minimum. I don't make the rules. A minimum of 2 minutes has been added on. Lovely play from Foden. It's a nice finish from Kane as well. I was starting to think he's waited too long there before pulling that proverbial trigger. Get in there. It is half-time. It is England 2. It is Senegal 0. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Bellingham is going to be 150 million after this World Cup. Yes, he is. At least. And Newcastle United will buy him. Maybe. I don't know. Could you imagine if they did? That would be amazing, that. But it would also probably, violate financial fair play. So we can't do that. I was only joking about going to Newcastle. Emmett, I don't know. It depends if I have plans. I didn't fancy the pub today in the end. But here I am. I imagine I probably will fancy the pub for that one because I expect us to lose. I expect us to lose fairly comfortably against the French. That's the thing. We are obviously 2-0 up and doing well, but 35 minutes of that first half. Hish again, wasn't it? I love this Nike advert. Nike always manage to pull out of the bag with the adverts, don't they? But in reality, the storyline of the advert is that Ronaldinho has had all of his powers taken away from him because of YouTube, and people have just been watching him on YouTube. But we all know in reality, he's still skinning every single player here. Van Dijk, Ronaldo, Mbappe. They're not stopping Ronaldinho. Ronaldo's not going to Newcastle. Not a chance. Wouldn't even want him. I wouldn't touch him with a barge pole. Proper long one. He just needs to go somewhere, Ronaldo, where he's going to be allowed to do whatever he wants to do. That's not in the Premier League anymore, is it? That's got to be somewhere else. If we beat France, we win the lot. I'd start to believe. I'm just going to check this is going to roll when the second half starts. Oh, yes. I had big issues in the France game earlier. I've worked it out. We're learning on the job here. Maguire's going to trip and fall on Mbappe's leg, taking him out of the game. Someone just needs to break his leg. I know it's not nice. I know it's not big and it's not clever. But it just needs to happen. Otherwise, he's going to rinse us. MLS is the destination for Ronaldo. I saw somewhere, was it in Saudi Arabia that was going to get him? Let's see what the latest is on the Google. Ronaldo. News. Cristiano Ronaldo demands 17 million payment from former club after Man United exit amid broken promises. Former man demanding Juventus to pay 17 million that was promised him before he left. Why? There you go. Ronaldo reportedly has a £177 million offer on the table to join Saudi Arabian side Al Nassr. He's said to be very tempted by the prospect of joining Chelsea, however. Could you imagine him at Chelsea? I couldn't imagine Graham Potter managing Ronaldo. Michael Owen's not in the studio, is he? It's Messrs. Keane, Neville, and Wright. I want to see Sean Dyche shouting at Ronaldo. So do I, to be fair. I want to see Sean Dyche fight Ronaldo. He would absolutely batter him. Dr. Holiday reckons it's time for a like spike. We're currently on 156. Could I push us for a 180? Is that too much to ask for? If you haven't liked the stream already, give us a like. The best free way to support this bollocks if you want to support this bollocks. It's such a nice finish from Henderson. And then him and Bellingham have a weird moment. Let's get to 300, says Juan. Can't see that happening. We got over 200 for the France game earlier. Let's try and beat that. Look at Bellingham there. Like a horse. Plays the right ball as well. That's a good finish from Kane. We're up to 175. I do, Loopy Leo. Loopy Leo in the chat there reminding us all that we all laughed at Birmingham City when they retired. Number 2022. The number 22 shirt when Bellingham left. I still think that's a bit tin pot, even if it is Jude Bellingham. Just because he played for you doesn't mean you should retire the number. My count still says 44 likes. Now I've got the concurrent viewers and the likes up in front of me. We're on 177 at the moment. So give it a like if you can, or if you want to. Would be very much appreciated. Good evening, Adam Jones. We're on 182 at the moment. See, if we're playing against France and they're getting those sort of positions, they're scoring a goal, aren't they? After monetization, if you do a couple of live streams a month, it would pay for your Sky TV. This is still a Cultaholic affiliated thing, so it would pay for nothing of mine. Personally. God, they all look very cold watching the game there. It was a very nice save from Pickford. I do like how much Ian Wright gets into it. Not so much Gary Neville, because I think he's an arse. I am Phil C, but I'm speaking about personally. Love that. Keane no selling the Kane goal. Could you imagine Roy Keane celebrating an England goal? I could never. Crack a pint open for the second half. I've got no pints. What I do have, though. Back there, actually. In fact, I could go for a tinkle. Pint of water. Should have made like a be right back screen, shouldn't I? Instead of just leaving things here. Do a reenactment of the Hitman's book. This is not the time or the place for that. Pornhub.com is the time and the place for that. Dirty man. More comforting when there's no be right back screen. How interesting. I'll have a drinky poo. Why the hell not? I'll have a drinky poo. We'll get a drinky poo, can't we? Welcome to my drinks / drugs cupboard. Getting all the mod cons in the stream today. Oh! Oh, I need some mixer. Or do I go do I raw dog it again? Oh, is raw? Is it raw? What's the right phrase for drinking straight? I love the smell of it. I prefer it with lemonade, though. Neat. Of course it's neat. What a stupid question. It's a Sunday night. Can't go to the shop tonight. They shut at 4 p.m. I'm all stocked up, though. No need to worry about me and my shopping today. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't like putting ice in whiskey. I can see why people do. Well, cheers, everybody. Let me know what you're drinking in the chat. Why the hell not? Ooh, well, there's a cut on my lip. That's dumb. God, we're getting a wide range of drinks in this thing. Tiki Fire Rum? Is that 75.5% or 755%? I was going to say. Tiki Fire is Peng we've got in the chat. Say the strongest drink I ever had around, well, in my mouth, was cannabis absinthe. Magaluf, 2011. The percentage started with a 9. 91, I think it was, or something like 91 and a half. See if you can still buy it today. Cannabis absinthe. Teams are coming back out as I'm Googling cannabis absinthe. Oh, I've never gone through anything like that before in my life. It was awful. I'd rather have my other big toenail ripped off than drink that stuff again. Right, let's try and listen out for this whistle to get this timer in time. That was a long whistle he blew there. I might be a couple of seconds ahead, but you get the gist. Oh, let me pause that. That's a bit better. Delightful. England have the ball, no changes. Senegal have got to come for it because they are 2-0 down. Just we're starting the second half. We're on 189 likes. Let's get it at 200. Come on. Like spike for the second half. If you haven't already, if you wouldn't mind, please drop the stream a like. Would be very much appreciated. I need to try the Mexican moonshine. The most lethal thing I've ever heard in my life. I've quite liked Marjorie recently. I was a big fan of Marjorie. For the USA game, I was having 2 pinters of Marjorie in the pub I drink in back home. 8 likes away from 200. Go on. You know you want to if you haven't already. The current trend going on social media is pilk. Pepsi and milk. All the best to the people who enjoy pilk. I will not be trying pilk. Go on then. They are noticeably higher up the pitch, our Senegal. Saka's in behind again, is he? Handball! Go on then, Henderson. No one in the middle for him. Bollocks, where's Kane? Red wine and Coca-Cola. Bellingham's out wide again. This is where we're getting the joy down the flanks, isn't it? Oh, a bit of flip-flop there from Bellingham. But it flopped. How was that a free kick? Bloody hell. Stream isn't showing up. Should be public. Bloody hell. Just seeing Mark Goldbridge has got 21,000 people watching him live. Ben Foster, in comparison, only has 898. Staggering statistics. That's there at the top of the channel. It should be. Oh. Whoa, we're all right. You send that ball wide, sir. I can see it. Yep, people can see it. We're fine. Well, since you are here, thank you very much for choosing this over Goldbridge, unless you're watching us both at the same time. Imagine that's quite an experience. Go on then, Walker. He's going to give a foul for that as well. No, he's not. Good on the referee. Who's Goldbridge? He's got to be in the conversation for the biggest football YouTuber, hasn't he? Oh, nearly threw the eye of a needle from Kane. Who is the biggest football YouTuber? That Chris MD fella rakes in the views, doesn't he? Only watch Goldbridge when Man United lose. Can't stand Goldbridge. Former straight to hell star Mark Goldbridge, yes. Correct. You never hear about Arsenal fan TV anymore. Well, from my perspective anyway. You'd always see them pop up on Twitter after Arsenal. Maybe it's just because Arsenal aren't losing as much as they used to. Do I watch any FIFA YouTubers now? When I first started streaming on the Cultaholic Twitch during lockdown, I did watch... Oh, I've forgotten his name. Arsenal fan. M something. He was the first guy I found. So he was the first guy I watched. And then I found Goldbridge. They're my only two, really, that I've watched play FIFA. Fans for FC? MGH, that's the Arsenal guy. I think I maybe watched him for about a month or so. I watched every episode, like, I got into it, me. Good and proper. Oh, Maguire's lost it again. Jones is there to cover up. Doesn't Xavier Woods play FIFA? I've got no idea. Give him a battling Foden. No, he's gone too far. No, he hasn't. Heavy D. What's the general consensus on Ty from AFTV? Because personally, I find them extremely annoying. That might be in the minority there, I don't know. All fake, not a fan. Ty is awful. I refuse to believe it's not a character. Yeah, I was so happy. You know who's is it just Gary Neville's YouTube channel, the Overlap or whatever it's called? I do that like fans forum thing a few times a season where they get a fan from each team in. He used to ruin them. Those little bits with Carragher. Stupid opinions. The game's calmed down again, but that is fine, because England are 2-0 up. Senegal fans are no longer dancing. Some of them are. Most of them look very angry indeed. Am I going to start selling merch? No plans for that at the moment. Go on then, Saka. Get that down and take him on. Henderson. Out. Walker. Down. Backwards. Stones. Stones to Maguire. Maguire to Shaw. Shaw to Kane. 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 Oh! Mendy, Mendy, Mendy. Bendy, Mendy. Mendy, Ben. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing now. He nearly made a mess of there, did he? Oh, look, that swerve right the last second. Fantastic slow motion replay. Well in there, slabby boy. Maguire's been okay again. I say okay. Not again, because he's been good so far in the World Cup. He's been okay this match. Gave it away a few times. Otherwise, been solid. Mendy doing a Lloris. Lloris was rash earlier. Yes, Bellingham wants it. Bellingham wants it, Harry. What's he not giving it to Bellingham for? Oh, go on inside. Saka! Saka! Is he onside? I think he is. It's 3-0 to the England. I wasn't sure what happened there. That was very strange how that came around. That might just be game, set, and match. Bellingham off. Saka off. Save their legs. I'm thinking Kane slide Bellingham in there, but he held on, got away with it, then Foden takes over. Oh, it's a lovely ball. And he's onside as well. Delightful little dink. Peter Dinklage. Need the clean sheet points. Did people actually play fantasy football for the World Cup? I tell you, I'd be making 3 subs straight away. Bellingham, Saka, Kyle Walker, off. Save them. They've done their job. We're through. It's fine. Yeah, but it's not very good. I had no interest at all in doing fantasy football for this World Cup. Henderson? Yeah, to be fair, the midfield does look a lot balanced when a lot more balanced when Henderson is playing. I'd be tempted to take the slab off as well. Like Spike for the Saka goal? I'm going to keep asking. We haven't hit 200 yet. Gagging to hit 200, I am. Gagging. Kane out wide. They're getting down the flanks again. Henderson now. Out wide to Walker. Walker. Oof, that's a bad hit. 198 we're on. We're nearly there. Who's worried about France next? I am. 200! Thank you very much, everybody. Please don't unlike it. Heartbreaking scenes when people do that. I tell you, I would keep Harry Kane on, though, because the more he does in terms of scoring goals, the better. He still doesn't look fully right, does he? Oof. Did anyone get suspended for England now? Was anyone on a yellow card coming into the game? Does anybody know? No one's been booked for England in the group stages. England had 0 yellow cards. Staggering. If you ever see an England flag with a Middlesbrough badge on that says "Deep in my heart," that's the lad I used to go with. Takes that flag everywhere. Still goes to all the England games. Yes, Harold. Come on then. Ah, Phil gave it away. I'm going all Ray Wilkins now. I've had a drink. I'm calling them by their first name. Still not making changes. Why does he need to wait until a set time every time to make a change? Save the legs, Gareth. Who looks at a baby and calls it Philip? The Queen? Gary Wilson, Newcastle lad, has just won the Scottish Open snooker. Wow. France. Kyrie Michael in the chat there. We've got France next. Grealish is coming on. Trippier looks like he's getting ready as well. Kyle Walker must be coming off. Sensible, Garth. Sensible. Philip was her Prince Philip. Bloody hell, that shows how much... Yeah, she didn't call her husband Philip, did she? Why was I thinking? Doesn't matter. Let's have a look at the World Cup schedule. All right. So tomorrow we've got Japan versus Croatia and Brazil versus South Korea. Tuesday we've got Morocco versus Spain, the Hakimi derby. And we've got Portugal versus Switzerland. Friday the 9th of December, we've got a quarter-final which neither team has been decided. And also a quarter-final where the Netherlands will take on Argentina. Then we've got another quarter-final where no one's been decided at 3 p.m. Then it's Saturday the 10th of December, 7 p.m, England versus France. But I assume England will be getting knocked out. Yeah, Saturday night at 7 p.m. I don't think I'll be streaming the next England game. I think that's got to be an all day. An all day. Rashford coming on. Saka going off, hopefully. Leg spike for Saka. Foden off as well. That's interesting. See, I would still start Rashford against France. Especially with who France play at the back. I think Rashford will get quite a lot of joy against Hernandez, to be honest. He's a big boy, isn't he? Big boy, Hernandez. It is Eliza. I will not be streaming from the pub. What's he giving that for? He's such a sassy referee, this referee, isn't he? That was a good moment earlier where he was just caught on camera just shouting, "Shut up!" at someone in the distance. 65 gone. Game is done, you would assume. Hopefully. Open an OnlyFans to live stream the game from the pub. No. Oh. Why, I've cut my lip open. Sting-alicious. I need to remember not to go overboard. Got work in the morning. On the Cultaholic News first thing. Planning to get a walk into work tomorrow instead of driving in. Stop being such a lazy fat arse. I need to be up. Raring to go. Hey, if we beat the French, I'm believing. There's been no discussions about a Patreon, Caleb. But who knows? It just depends if it becomes more of a full-time thing. It'll be either Tom or Jack tomorrow morning. Depends who's working. I've got England in the work pool, solid £80 if it comes home for Chris Warner there. I've got Brazil in ours. I also had Denmark, but they've been knocked out, obviously. So if England win, I'm happy. If Brazil win, I'm happy. Oh, that's gone through to the keeper. We're fine there. We're fine. Well, much like the Poland and France game earlier, this one is just petering out into nothingness, which is a shame when we've still got 22 minutes plus half an hour of stoppage time to go. I love a bit of stoppage time at the Qatar World Cup. Who's the ideal Newcastle signing? A winger. That's at the moment anyway, without Saint-Maximin being fully fit. When he is fully fit, it's him and Almiron on the wings. Maybe a left back. Because as good as Dan Burn is, I still always get nervous when I see his name on the team sheet. He's always playing against a little quick winger. Newcastle signed an Aussie winger. Yes, we did. He came on. He had the chance to against Argentina right at the end yesterday. He's only 18, I think. He's not going to get in the first team for a little while. Unless he's amazing, which I haven't heard that he is. Matt Targett was very good last season, but he just hasn't played this season. And I was at that Crystal Palace Cup game where he did play, and you could tell that was his first game in ages. Ages. He was shocking. Thoughts on Jack Grealish? I think he should leave Man City. I think he lost, or he has lost, what got him the move to Man City. I think working under Pep's got him scared to try flamboyant things, and he always just plays it safe these days, and that's not what he was about. He's lost that thing that made him special. So I reckon he could do with a move away, become the main man somewhere else. But would I prefer winning the work pool or coming home? It coming home, obviously. I'd love to be alive for any sort of big cup win. Being a Newcastle fan and an England fan, I've not seen much. I don't think Grealish suits the way Eddie Howe plays. I feel like when you play out there, sort of AML, if you want, for Newcastle, you need to be quick. Because you got to do the high press and work back and work forward and work back, and I just don't think Grealish is quick enough. Or has the tactical discipline. When do I think Newcastle will win the Premier League? Not for another decade. At the very least. Newcastle's a million miles away from winning the Premier League. Mind you, with Botman and Bruno, and maybe Isaac, if he can keep himself fit, there's a spine there of a title-winning team. Maybe not with Isaac, but definitely Botman and Bruno. What a pair of players they are. Ooh. Do I think Newcastle will go back for Diaby from Leverkusen? I don't know. I've never seen the guy play. I've only heard of him because Newcastle fans going, oh, he must be good if we want him. I haven't seen much of Elliot Anderson. Just the first team stuff he's done for Newcastle, which hasn't been too much. He shows flourishes, though. You can tell he's a good player there. Senegal have a free kick now. About 35 yards out. Gone for the shot. And Pickford's let it go wide. The post never move. The post, they never move. It remains 3-0. What's he shouting at people for after that? Nothing happened. Not the same, is it? It's just not the same. Oh, goody, Mason Mount is coming on. Get ready for a series of nothingness from Mason Mount. Calvin Phillips also stripped and ready. Hoping for a Senegal. I wouldn't mind a Senegal liven things up a bit. Everyone should stop playing because they know the game's done. Which makes it hard to react to. Grealish is on the ball now, though. Trying something, but he's tackled. Rice out wide. Rashford. Back to Walker. In for Rice. Back to Walker. Walker dinks it back to Stones. Stones heads it back to Pickford. Pickford throws it out to Shaw. Shaw now to Kane. Kane drops into midfield, back into his own half, and is shoved off the ball by Koulibaly. Dirty bastard. There's no need for that now, Koulibaly. The game's over. The ball was gone for half an hour before he's come clattering through the back of Kane. He's trying to do him there with a knee, hasn't he? Try and give him a dead leg. Horrible bastard. Can we get to 300 likes, Tiago asks in the chat. I would doubt it, but I wouldn't mind it. Don't sound too enthusiastic for Mount. Well, what's he done? Once he does something, I'll let you know. We're on 212 likes at the moment. Let's get to 300, Juan says in the chat. Stones is off, Dyer's on. Good move. Yeah, Bellingham man of the match, quite easy. Him or Saka, to be fair, but I think Bellingham edges it. What's winning Chelsea's player of the season in a Champions League winning season got to do with the World Cup of 2022? That's what I'm asking. Couldn't give a toss what he did for Chelsea. I'm on about the World Cup. He's done bugger all in the World Cup. Eric Dyer looks like he eats crisps in the bath. Who doesn't? I mean, I've never. Surprisingly, I've never had crisps in the bath. I've never eaten anything in the bath. I can imagine. I don't like baths anyway. Baths are a non-starter for me. Although I did used to enjoy a post-football match bath. Soak the muscles and all that sort of things, you know. Warm your cockles up. Henderson back to Pickford. Surprised Walker's still on. Best hair in the England squad. That's a difficult question. John Stones, yeah. John Stones, yeah. Delightful fade. Thick and luxurious on top. Some would say he bases his hair on mine when it's cut properly. I've not had my hair cut for over a month. Shocking scenes. Had it cut just before a wedding I went to. When the hell was that wedding? I think it was the 29th of October. Now it's the 4th of December. I'm due. Huh. Joe Trippier he was putting like shin pads on earlier when he was on the back of the shot on the bench. That must have been over 10 minutes ago now. God, I hope we just snap Mbappe at the start of that game. I'd even take a red card if it meant Mbappe going off. Go on then. Rashford's in behind. Kane can't get there. Chris Warner, I think he will go to a 5 at the back against the French. With Walker playing that third centre-half on the right. And Trippier right wing-back. I mean, to be honest, I would be, if he is going to play the 3-5-2, I'd be going Trent. Just because you don't need it to be solid defensively in a 3-5-2, do you? Surely. When you've got that extra cover. Eliza's asking for a starting lineup. If it's going to be the 3-5-2, which I wouldn't mind because we've had success with that formation, I'd go Pickford, a back three of Walker, Stones, Maguire. Personally, I'd go Trent because I don't think you need to defend well in a back. Well, when you're playing right wing back, you've always got that cover there. I'd go Trent because of his attacking prowess, his kicking of the footballs. He kicks the footballs very well. Plus, I think he's got more pace than... Oh, that's nasty as well. This is what we need to be careful for here. Senegal's just out of interest now. Yeah, Trippier is not the quickest, so having someone who is quicker in that right wing-back role might be helpful against Mbappe if we want to go 2s up on that banjo. Stealing a quote there from Austin Powers. 2s up on the pancake? I don't know. Henderson's done for the evening. Is Phillips coming on? Yeah, Phillips is coming on. Left wing back, I'd stick with Shaw. Bellingham and... I might even pick Henderson. Henderson's been good today. Bellingham and Henderson. Rice has been a bit of a passenger this World Cup for me. And then the front three of... Well, front two of... That's where it gets tricky. If we're playing a front two, I guess it's Kane and Rashford, maybe? I think maybe the fact he's taken off Saka and Foden maybe suggests he'll stick with the 4. Play this 4-3-3. Which again, I think is probably... I don't know. You can never predict Gareth, can you? You can't when the game started, but you can't for the game. Could go either way. I guess you'd like to think you would play the 4 because he's played the 4 the entire tournament, hasn't he? He'll play Saka at right wing back. Oh, the whiskey's hitting me now. Yeah, that did my head in there when he's on about Foden in the first game. Oh, well, he doesn't play central for Manchester City, therefore how could we play him there? Italy away. couple of months ago. Right winger Bukayo Saka playing left wing back for England. At the World Cup, Harry Maguire on the bench for Manchester United. Starts for England. Might be time for some festive lights, everybody. Everyone ready for a festive light show? Light spike for the festive light show. How dare you not find RTC? The state of this, the same. How was I put it down there? Not much. Did not light off, I think. Oh, magical. The wonder of Christmas. You don't get this on a Goldbridge stream. No, you don't. What's that? Oh, I've lost it. Sensational lights action in the flat at the moment. Come on, the England. Let's get a fourth. Why the hell not? Rashford's on the ball. Trying to play inside, but he's lost it. We've got 5 minutes-ish plus stoppage time left. I feel like I'm in Iceland. I feel like I'm in heaven. Just in case you're wondering, I can't pick it up. Jesus. Get yourself down to your local home bargains. £8. Ho, 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 ho. What do you think about the lack of Maddison getting any game time? Today I don't mind it because we've not needed him, but against the likes of the USA, and maybe even Wales to a certain extent, where Kane was isolated a lot. I can see the call from there, but today's fine. Didn't need him. Wonderful stuff. Sensational scenes. £8 in this economy. I thought that was a Brucey bonus. A Brucey bonus. A Brucey home bargain for official Mickey and Friends gear. I lost a fair few viewers doing that. Out by Maguire at the near post. He's down. Do they have a free kick? I got dazzled by the lights there for a second. I missed what happened. They throw it back. No, he just shafted it out. Oh, it's a corner. Fair enough. I'd pay £10 to throw it away. Should I turn it off? I'll turn it off if people want it off. I'm not here to upset folk. I think it looks dazzling this festive season. Pickford is needlessly angry, isn't he? Needlessly angry. There is no need for how angry Jordan Pickford can be at times. Keep it on? My God, it's a unanimous keep it on. Can we get a like spike for the crappy Mickey Mouse thing from Home Bargains? £8 well spent. Make this flat festive. Look at how festive it is. I'm going to put that light anywhere for the holidays. I need to find a spot. I can't just leave it in the middle of the floor. That'd be dangerous. You should see the ceiling, though, when you've got all the lights off in here. Wow. Legitimately like you've slipped some LSD and you're tripping serious bollocks. Quite scary. Especially this bit where all this nonsense happens. I sold the coffee table. The coffee table was built. It just took a struggle, a while to get there. Facebook Marketplace is a wonderful place, let me tell you, to sell things. Several people in the chat having horrible experiences with Facebook Marketplace now said that. Senegal are in. Crossed. Edge of the box. Get out there. Whoa! That's one of them, innit? I went that high over the bar. Oh! Gridiron. Am I right in thinking we haven't played France in the tournament since Euro 2004? Yeah. That was a heartbreaking day, wasn't it? Everything was going so well until it all of a sudden wasn't in stoppage time. I just think we need to seriously injure Kylian Mbappe. We need to hire a man, allocate a man the job on the pitch just to absolutely siphon down. Is that the right word to use? I don't know. Aggressively tackle. 4 minutes added on. Can't wait for Mbappe to do now. It's Giroud that does us in. I had visions. I did a predictions video, which is on this channel now, the other day. Yesterday. Oh, side netting from Rashford. And I was saying I could just imagine a couple of goals from Giroud. What channel is it on, actually? I mean, this is doing well for the IT... Oh, no, not that one, Ross, you silly goose. This is doing well for the... this is... Sorry, I've lost my track of thought there, mid-sentence. Versus Senegal. Saturday, December the 10th. Oh, it's to be confirmed according to this website. I hope the BBC gets it. 3 wins in 16 now after this one for England on the ITV channel. Oh, Jackie boy, what you doing there? Free kick to Senegal. 23-ish yards out. I could see Sarr popping this on the top corner. And making my prediction a 3-1. Spotty dog. No, Jason Jones, don't put it on Channel 4. Their coverage is awful. They have the worst coverage comfortably of any sporty TV, well, TV stations that air sport. Who's lining up here? Just under 2 minutes left of stoppage time. Can we get a like spike? We're on 224. Can we get a 250? Can I push you for a like? Here he comes. Straight to the wall. What a rock solid wall that was. Well done, the England back there. Luke Shaw puts it out for a corner. Maybe could have been a free kick before then, but I'm not going to moan. Thank you everyone for tuning in this evening. Very much appreciated. I doubt I'll be here for the France game, but I might do another round of 16 game or a quarter-final. That isn't England when I've got nothing on. Let me know if you want to see that. Or would you rather put on Goldbridge? I don't understand. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Emmett would like to see it. That's enough for me. That's enough for me. As we enter the final minute now of a very nice win for England. A very nice win indeed. Again, it started off a bit ropey. But ultimately, it's been very comfortable. Lovely stream, Ross. Thanks for the time and effort. No problem. How's me day been? It's been fine. Streaming's all right, isn't it? Just sitting and have a conversation. Just pretend this screen here is a real human. That's the only weird part about it. How are you doing this evening? Oh, that's good to hear. Lovely. I bet I look absolutely mental with these lights going on in the background. Thank you, Stu Graves. Do live stream views count? Yes. That's why I did them today, basically. Means I think I should now be past the 4,000. There is full time. England 3, Senegal 0. Let's change that to 90. So oh God, so people know that it is now full time. Dominant display, yes, Jason Jones. Very, very nice victory indeed. As I said earlier, started off a bit ropey, but once they got the goals, everything was plain sailing. Senegal should have had a goal in the first half, but it was 0-0 to make things very interesting, but they didn't. Now on to France, and Kylian Mbappe. Just hire someone to smash his legs in. That's all we need to do. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you this week now on the Cultaholic Wrestling YouTube channel, and maybe another live stream here on Hold and Give for a game that isn't England, because it's on a Saturday night. So probably I'll go to the pub. So thank you for watching, everybody, and I will see you all very soon. Like Spike just before you go. If you haven't, please like it. Please like it. Please like it. I'll love you forever.